It makes no sense to try to do too much.
I wouldn't urge you to. No, not even if you were keen to act. Doing this with you would bring me no joy. So be what you wish. I'll still bury him. Be a fine thing to die while doing that. I'll lie down there with him. The man I love, pure and innocent of all our crime. My honors for the dead must last much longer than for those up here. I'll lie down there forever. So, if you wish, you can show your contempt for the laws the gods all hold in honor.
I'm not disrespecting them. Poet, I cannot leave the state. It's not my nature.
Let that be your excuse. I'm going to make a burial mound for my dear brother.
I'm crazy. I'm so afraid for you.
Don't fear for me. Set your own fate in order.
Be careful not to tell anyone what you intend. Keep it closely and I'll do the same.
No. Announce the fact. If you don't let everybody know, I'll despise your silence even more.
Your heart is hot to do cold deeds.
But I know I'll please the ones I am duty-bound to please.
Yes, if you can. But what you're after, you are incapable of carrying out.
Well, when my strength is gone, then I'll give up.
A vain attempt should not be made at all.
I'll hate you if you're going to talk that way, and you'll rightly earn the loathing of the dead. So leave me and my foolishness alone. We'll get through this fearful thing. I won't suffer anything as bad as a disgraceful death.
Fine then. Go, if that's what you wish. But remember this. Even though your mission makes no sense, he will truly love you.
O ray of sunlight, who appeared at last, driving the headlong flight. The white-shielded warrior, Argus, who marched here fully armed, and forced back by your sharper power.
Against our land he marched, sent here by the warrior kings of Polynices, hordes of warriors in arms, helmets doffed with horse-haired crests. Standing above our homes, with threats to swallow us and spears thirsting to kill. Before his jaws had their fate, he went back, driven in retreat.
Behind him, rings a din of war. His enemy, the demon dragon snake, too difficult for him to overcome.
Zeus hates an arrogant, boasting tongue. He heralded the fire and struck the man. Up there on our battlements as he began to scream out loud his victory.
The man swooned down, torch stealing him, and smashed into unyielding earth.
Great war god Ares assisted us. He smashed them down and doomed them to a very different fate.
7 captains at 7 gates, matched against 7 equal warriors.
All but that pair of wretched men, who were of one father.
And one mother, too, who set their conquering spears against each other and then both shared a common death.
Now, victory for our glorious name has come, bringing joy to all armed Thebes.
The battle's done.
Let's strive now to forget with song and dancing all night long.
Remember Antigone! Remember Antigone! Remember Antigone! Justice for Polynices! Justice for Polynices! Justice for Polynices! Bring up! Bring up! Bring up! Bring up! Down with Priam! Down with Priam! Down with Priam! Here comes Priam, new king of our land.
What kind of action does he not know?
Citizens of Thebes, after much tossing of our ship of state, the gods have safely set things right again. Of all the citizens, I've summoned you, because I know how well you showed respect to the eternal power of the throne. First with Laius, and again with Oedipus once he'd restored our city. When he died, you stood by his children, firm in loyalty. Now his sons have died in a single day, killing each other with their own 2 hands. And so I have the throne, for I am the most closely linked by blood to those who have been killed. It's impossible to really know a man before one witnesses his skill in governing and making laws. For me, a man who rules the entire state but does not take the best advice there is, he is the very worst of men and always will be. And a man who thinks more highly of a friend than of his country, well, he means nothing to me. I would not stay silent if I saw disaster moving here against the citizens. For anyone who acts against the state, I'd never make my friend. That is why I've announced to all citizens my orders for the sons of Oedipus. Eteocles, who perished in the fight to save our city, the best and bravest of our spearmen, he will have his burial with all those purifying rituals which honor the noblest corpses. As for his brother, that Polynices, who returned from exile eager to wipe out his ancestral city and its native gods, for him I proclaim he'll have no burial mound, no funeral rites, and no lament. He'll be left unburied, his body there for birds and dogs to feast upon. A clear reminder of his shameful fate. That's my decision, or I'll never give an evil man honors.
It seems to me you now have control over all laws regarding those who died and the ones who are still living.
Well, then see to it. Make sure that those laws are properly obeyed.
Give that school orders to do it.
Oh, well, there are men assigned to guard the corpse.
Then what would you have us to do?
I would have you never give in to those who would try to break our laws.
No one is such a fool that can love death.
Well, that is true, and death would be the full reward for anyone who did that, but many a man has been destroyed when he sought to profit in some way.
My lord!
I can't say I've come out of breath by running here, making my feet move fast. Many times to stop to think things over. Fool, why go to where you know for sure your punishment awaits? And now why do you hesitate yet again? If Creon finds this out from someone else, how will you escape from being hurt? Such matters kept my mind preoccupied, so I went slowly and reluctantly, thus made a short road turn into a lengthy one. If what I have to say is nothing, I'll say it nonetheless. For I have come clinging to the hope that I will not suffer anything that is not part of my destiny.
Well, what has upset you so?
I did not do it and I didn't see who did.
You hedge so much, but clearly you have news of something ominous.
Yes! Some things that make me apprehensive.
Well then, spit it out and go.
All right, it's about the corpse. Someone has buried it and disappeared after giving it all appropriate rites.
What? Who would dare do this thing?
I don't know. There was no signs of any digging, no marks of any pickaxe or shovel. We had no idea how it planned out or who carried out the act. When the day watch revealed it to us, the body was completely covered. The ground was dry, hard, and very smooth, as if someone was trying to avert a curse. At long last, when all our searching had proved useless, one man spoke up and forced all our faces to drop to the ground in fear. He said we must report this act to you. He said we must not hide it. We could see things working out for us, whether we agreed or disagreed with him, and his view prevailed. I was the unlucky one who won the prize, the luck of the draw. That's why I'm here now, not of my own free choice, or by your choice. I know that. For no one likes a messenger who comes bearing unwelcome news.
My lord, could this act not be something from the gods?
Stop before you enrage me. No one can tolerate what you just said. When you claim the gods might care about that corpse, would they honor and give burial to a man who would come to burn their offerings, their pillared temples, scorch their land, and wipe out their laws? No! It seems to me that there are those of you who in the city who are secretly speaking out against me. Oh, you disagree with my proclamations. And so now, you secretly strive against me. I know it is men such as these who have convinced these guards to behave in a shameful fashion for money. For nothing is more powerful than money. It destroys cities, driving men from their homes, and convinces good men to behave as scoundrels.